Hello everyone, welcome back to Football Manager 2017 with Newcastle United, and we are kicking off a new season seriously after the Community Shield in the last episode, which we did lose on penalties. Really unfortunate to lose that match. A really good equaliser from Matthew Baker, and then to lose it on penalties was a little bit unfortunate. Given United had 10 men, had the game gone to extra time, which Community Shield doesn't, I reckon we would have picked up a little bit of silverware. But we start off today's episode in quite a nice fashion. We've got games against Bournemouth, Sunderland and Swansea before away trips to Anfield and Old Trafford. Get them out the way straight off the bat. And then we've got to take on an unknown opponent in the Europa League group stage. You may remember from last episode that we have missed out on the Champions League because both the Europa League and Champions League were won by English teams, which means that we were bumped down to the Europa League group stage quite annoyingly. Not a lot you can do, that's just incredibly bad luck, and all we can do now is make sure we finish in the top three, if not first place. So to do that, we've got a pretty strong team going out there. There's a little question mark over our defence. A bit of transfer news that impacts today's fixture is that we have sold Callum Steele. Now he was only worth £2.5 million. He's not particularly that good a player, and he hasn't really played that much for us. He is a youth product, which is why I was so reluctant to let him go. But West Brom came in with a bid that could reach, and probably will reach, £10.75 million, which is silly money, and the game seems to agree with me. I'm getting quite good feedback from the board and the fans over that sale. But the other effect of that is that my left backs, Rahman and Lucas, are notorious for picking up yellow cards, which means they're both actually suspended for this game. So Callum Chambers is shifted into left back where he can do a job. It's not good for him, but he can play there. And Carvalho is moving into the right back position. We've got Lewis Cook ahead of Albini and Mamana, with Roning and Kovacic ahead of him. Origi is playing on that left flank, which is probably going to be his first choice place this season, with Sane on the right wing and Simonsen leading the line. Roning to Simonsen. He slips it through and Sane might get there. Cook to Roning, tries to play it through, and Origi's managed to get in, and Origi has scored 50 seconds into the new league season to put us in front. Corner from Kovacic, sent to the far post. It's headed down. Simonsen's going to chase it. Instead, Carvalho picks it up. He's playing a dangerous game there, but he has found Sane, who strikes it, and Simonsen on the rebound makes it 2-0. It's not taking long for him to get off the mark. He's already on 2 goals this season. Schmidt over to Buna, but he's given the ball straight to Kovacic, and Sane plays Simonsen in behind. He's got the legs on the defender. He pulls it back. That's an excellent ball to Roning, who hammers it on his league debut, his first start for the club, I think, and he smashes that in. What a goal from him. Roning with the free kick in towards Mamana. It's come for Konstanski, and it's gone in. He's scored on his debut off the bench. Not a bad way to introduce himself, to put the icing on the cake and make it 4-0. There is a full-time whistle. That is not a bad way to kick off the new league season. A 4-0 victory. 2 players getting goals on their debut. Your star striker getting his second of the season already. And that is just perfect. Today we take on those bitter rivals Sunderland away from home. Now, I spoke at the end of last season about our record against Sunderland and how it's not that great. And that's because we've actually played them 11 times, won 5 and drawn 6. We've never lost to Sunderland, which is a bit of an omen for today, I think. Because we're also going to be missing Simonsen, who picked up a back injury, I think, during the mini international break that is traditional at the start of the season. He's only out for a couple of weeks, so we should hopefully be back for the next match if he can get his fitness up enough. We've also got Baba Rahman back in the team, so he'll be playing at left back. Mamana and Lucas in the centre, with Chambers out at right back. So defence is back to normal. Ketchell's still in goal. We've got Cook, Rabiot and Kovacic all taking their normal place in midfield. So the only absence really is Simonsen. But Konstanski impressed me in the last game. Now I'm hoping he can do the same today. And hopefully he will get us 3 points at the Stadium of Light. Mamana over to Chambers. He finds Leroy Sane, who cuts inside the defence, but he had 2 bodies in front of him. Now Rabiot charging forwards, looks through the head of Origi. It comes back to Rabiot. Baba Rahman across to Kovacic. Now Konstanski into Sane. Rabiot to Origi. Good save by the keeper. Corner from Malcolm for Sunderland towards Llorente. Mamana gets a good header up, but Lucas has fouled him. He must have shoved him. And we're going to have a penalty for Sunderland. Llorente taking the penalty that he won, and Ketchel saves it. He is such a good goalkeeper now. Corner from Kovacic towards the far post. Ibe heads it down. Chambers picks up. Now Rabiot onto Scott Orr, who drills it into the bottom corner, and it's an academy product. Scott Orr, who may have just scored the winner at the Stadium of Light. Willems sends the ball in. Mamana gets it away. Didn't give away a penalty this time, but that was a good effort from Oscar. Ketchel with a decent save. Cook plays the ball down the line. Origi chasing after it. And the ball's run loose, and Scott Orr's got in there. Can he get another? He's run past another defender, still going Scott Orr, and Paul Lopez denies him. There is the full-time whistle. Scott Orr has won us the match at the Stadium of Light. A brilliant performance he had, coming on off the bench to score the winner. The Academy products. I rejected a massive bid from Spurs for him, and that is exactly the reason why. You want a player who came through the academy to be available when you take on your biggest rivals, because that's what they can do. Well, after 2 matches in the league, we do currently sit at the top of the table, and now we take on Swansea, who are 19th after 2 games. We have Morten Simonsen back in the team. He's only on 88% fitness, but I feel like we really missed him in the last match. So I'm going to throw him back in the first 11 and hope that he's okay. Origi and Sane still alongside him. Same midfield as usual. A bit of change in defence because Chambers picked up a knock. So Mamana's moving to right back and Almanza is coming to fill the gap. Almanza currently unsettled because I left him at the pre-season training squad because he was in need of a rest, and apparently the game thought I should be punished for doing that. So he's a little bit unhappy. Just worth noting, I did reject a massive bid from Real Madrid. I think it was about £50 million they put in for Leroy Sané. I rejected it on the basis that he can help us qualify for the Champions League next season. So he's not got unhappy, but it is dependent on us qualifying for the Champions League this season. Zilalem. Great tackle from Cook, but it's come from Nkudu. Again, Cook in there. He's having a good day. Origi forward to Simonsen. It's time to see what he can do driving at this Swansea defence. Goes for goal. Not a bad effort. Furness needed to save that. Tadic into Rodriguez. Cook is there again to steal the ball. Now Rabiot over the top looking for Simonsen. It's come to Byers for Swansea. He loses it to Kovacic. Now Sane. Plays the ball in behind. Simonsen's onto it in a flash. He's probably got Origi in the box, but a few more players arrive and he sends it across and Sane's put it over the bar. We're into the 90th minute and we've still not broken down Swansea despite 19 shots. Here's Melagoni, slips in and it's Scott Orr in on goal, but Furness with a good save. Scott Orr nearly getting the winner for the second match in a row. Well, there is a full-time whistle. It's finished 0-0, which is really disappointing. Simonsen was just not fit enough to actually get a decent performance in that game. He ended up finishing on about 6.5 before I substituted him. We are still second in the league, at least for now. Liverpool still to play, as are Chelsea and Everton. But we really should be on maximum points at this stage. We are now the other side of the transfer window for the summer. We do still have a little bit of money in the budget, and that's because we did sell some players. A couple of fringe players who are not likely to get in the team. Alan Trella, a player we brought in a couple of years ago, never really likely to develop into the kind of player we would want in the team. So he's gone for 2.1 to 3.2 million. And Corey Jordan, the other one, we've got a lot of central defenders now, and I just don't think he's ever going to play. So he's gone too. Luke Burden maybe could and should have gone because he's no longer registered for our team. So he's going to drop to the under-23s for the time being. It means we've got quite a small squad, but the Europa League draw has happened, and it's not a difficult one. Hajduk Split, Braga and Partizan, the teams that will play. That'll be very easy for us. We should get 6 wins out of 6, even playing a second team against that. But today we are at Anfield. That's going to be quite a tough one. We've got Simonsen leading the line with Origi and Sane alongside him. Rabiot, Kovacic and Cook in the middle. Then Rahman, Lucas, Mamana and Chambers with Ketchel in goal. It's pretty much our strongest 11. Bernard charging in from that left flank. Cook's there again with a good tackle. He plays it out to Chambers. All over the top looking for Sane, who's got Simonsen in the middle. Sane going himself but shoots straight at Rouley. About to enter stoppage time. It's Liverpool on the ball. Jack Wilshere forward to Guerrero. Now Firmino plays over the top, Bernard's in behind, and Ketchel with a good save. There is a full-time whistle. It's another disappointing draw after drawing with Swansea. At least this one was away against Liverpool. But we've got work to do up front. Hopefully Simonsen can get back to form soon. 2 goalless draws in a row is not exactly what you want at this stage in the season, but it does mean that we're still unbeaten. We're currently sitting in 6th place. We're only 2 points off Chelsea. A win over United today would move us ahead of them, which is exactly where I would like to be with Manchester United, because they are still a very strong team. But at Old Trafford, that will be difficult. I'd be happy with another draw here, just get through it without a defeat so that Man United can't gain ground on us. It's a full-strength team almost. Albini, the only player having to come in at the back. Everybody else is in at their first 11 positions. I'm hoping Simonsen can get back to goal scoring form. He's still got a very good rating so far this season, but it's the goals that we need. Free kick for Simonsen, edge of the area, into the top corner. That was right on the line with the penalty spot, but it means that we've got the lead with 10 minutes going until half time. Saul slips the ball through and Morata's got onto it. Morata into the box. That was a very cool and calm finish, and he's equalised right on half-time, 45th minute. Kovacic, straight from kick-off to Simonsen. Very direct from Simonsen, but he's lost the ball now. Ruben Neves has found Morata again. We need to be careful we don't get a misery compiler. It's Gribben running into the box. Albini with a good tackle. Can we get it away? Mamana sends the ball upfield, but to nobody in particular, and Luke Shaw can send it back. Headed out, Pogba over, and he's found Gelson. He sends the ball in, and it's gone in. It's a goal from Saul. He was definitely onside because it came off our own player, and United have scored twice in a minute right before half-time. There is a full-time whistle. It's our first league defeat of the season, and it's come against Manchester United. I'm really not happy with that. Goals in the 45th and 45th plus 1 minute. That's 2 goals in a minute right before half-time have completely cost us. The team just totally switching off and allowing United to beat us. It's just unacceptable. We've now gone 3 games without a win, so I have changed the team around a bit. I'd expect us to beat Hajduk Split without any real trouble. So we've got Konstanski at the top with Origi and Orr on either side of him. Roning, Meligoni and Sampa in midfield, so that's completely changed middle 3. Rahman, Almanza, Mamana and Chambers are in the back 4, and Aymeric Muller is getting his first start in goal. Corner from Roning towards the back post, Origi arriving. The ball is headed away. Chambers will get there first. He sends it over to Mamana. Now Roning slips in. Kostanski, he does score. He puts us 1-0 up, and we should be able to see the game out from here. Corner from Roning into the near post this time. Almanza was there, and it's cleared off the line by Sliskovic. Roning sends the ball to the back post. Mamana's there for the header, and it's 2-0. That should be the game secure. There is the full-time whistle. It's finished 2-0, a very comfortable win as we do manage to end that run of 3 games without one. It does put us in a good position. We've got some decent league games to come, and we managed to do that with a weakened team, so everybody will be fresh for the match against Watford. We've got to take on Watford, Brighton in the EFL Cup, and then we've got Arsenal at home in the league, which will be quite difficult. The games will come thick and fast now. The Europa League group stage is underway, but the league isn't looking too difficult. Games against Arsenal and then Chelsea in a couple of episodes' times, the main headline. And then we have a nice run of games before we play City. So I think we can pick up our form, get back up the league table. 2 difficult games away against United and Liverpool, who are 2nd and 3rd in the league, is not the end of the world. But hopefully we can pick up our form and climb that table into the top 1 or 2 positions in the next couple of episodes. But that will be it for this episode. If you've enjoyed it, do drop a like on the video. And until next time, see ya!